It's fine. Alright. The end is never. The end is never. Never is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Is he though?
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses,
I want to move.
he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
I don't want to listen to you. I hate Mondays. Oh, me and Stanley are the same. I also hate Mondays. I don't want to go out. I don't want to listen to this guy. This guy seems sus. I can't click anything. Can I not jump? I got an achievement that says, no, we disabled it. You can't jump. That is so rude. Hello, Lord Liam. How you doing? How was your day? Lol Rex, but I want to jump! That is so sad. I just want to... I don't really want to do what the guy says, but okay. Hello. Hey, Digit! Stanley knows what you're trying to do. I just want to jump on the desk. How you doing, Leah? How's your day? How you doing, Digits? Seems like an old man. Will die if you jump. No, that is the trolliest achievement. Like,
All
wow,
his
thanks.
coworkers
Ah!
had gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't know where the meeting room is. Having a nice day so far? How about you? Same. I got perfumes that I can't open because I don't know. I struggled for like 10 minutes to open them, so I gave up. What is that? What is that? What does it say? Does anyone read the small text? What does it say? I can't read. I give up. For the love of... Wait. For the... Huh? For the love of God, kill me. All I desire... What? What one I love a flight... Huh? What can a... Huh? What does it say? A machinery turns... Look... Huh? Let the end, let them erase with ignorance of the world. Can love truly be anything but death? Hopefully I will find out soon. What the heck? Why does the printer want to die? Do you need some oil? Need some color maybe? I'll make you feel so good. Come on, you don't have to die. You seem like that kind of man. The person who wrote this, okay? Hey, yo, I relate to a no! You wanna know what it says? Kinda. It's a ritual spell, Addie. Don't speak it. I'm sorry. Rough day to be a printer, huh? Yep. Standby? Oh, it says standby.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-worker.
Shish. Busy. For the love of God, please unplug me. This sterile office, the damp carpet, the tripe you call conversation will kill me. I have been printing these for weeks. Why has no one turned me off yet? Fling me to the window, send a hammer through my paper tray, and the method or links in my soul, desire release. Can I unplug the printer? Can I help the printer? Who farted? That's a cup? Who farted? Hands up. Can I unplug you?
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
But I want to help the printer. Come on, let me unplug it. Let me turn it off. Let me help it. I feel bad for it. Oh, come on. Is it a pen? Huh? What was that noise? Number one, Dad. No. It was Nicholas. Was it you are? The internet provider, so I saved it. Ah, that's valid. What's this on these? No. Don't care. Can I go in here? No. I like work. I just hate my boss. Like Nicholas. He hates me. And I'm his boss. This is great. Anyway. The narrator is every DM when the party is doing everything they should do in D&D. Let's go. Alright, I'll guess I'll listen. What's this? Don't know. The temptation to jump. What is this? Be my Valentine? You have that on a cup? Why? Who farted? That's the best cup in the game. Who farted? There's another printer. Probably begging for release. Someone made a mess? No, knowing your city before you can possibly know where begin your new street vanishing operation of the east of the city. Really get to knowledge, it's best to go explore. See, the game is telling me to explore. Surname access. Fuck. The Athlete Parable. Hello, Mountie. How are you?
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
Oh, fucking suck a duck, narrator. I wanted to see if I could go in. Like, look, there's a door up in. Stupid narrator. Ooh, you went to the gym? Let's go. Narrator not wrong. That what? Excuse me? There's a cup in there. What has happened here? Narrator's second best character. I hate Mondays. Someone spilled coffee. Clean up on corridor 417. Ah! No. Okay. Whew. Why do I feel like this is a horror game? It probably isn't. That looks creepy. Sales this quarter. Can I go in here? No.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ha! Joke's on you! I don't know left and right! Why can't I go out? Okay, this is left, right?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
No, I didn't!
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire.
That was the right door? Yes, it was left! No, you mean it was the right door, as in it was not the left one. No, wait, huh? Yeah, anyway. Ooh, someone had a bad time. Hey Gannon, how you doing? Streamer can't tell the difference between left and right. I literally can't. It's a coin flip. Who gifted me the game called The Narrator is a Dick? Thank you! So put both of your hands into an L. I just guessed. I did a coin flip. Yeah, I know how to do that, Mikey. I just think it's funnier if I don't during this game. Oh, come on. Let me go in here. Looks creepy too. That's a real game, apparently. Let me in. And turn your hands. Boom. Was it you, Pico? Thank you. Thank you for the game. The lag.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
What is
Stanley
this room?
simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Drinking? Can I have a drink? Gimme, 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 gimme. No?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth.
Okay, I don't understand this guy's writing. Yeah, I don't get why it's lagging either. It's weird.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Oh, leave me alone.
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
I hate you. Let me see if I can change any of the settings. Maybe if I do it lower, it will work. Maybe no more now?
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Oh, fuck off. Why does it lag every time he talks? The lag will be shader. As you go through more, it will go away. Okay. This game is amazing. Hi, Pokio. How you doing? Should I go brighter or darker blue? Ooh. Brighter. Yeah. Okay, anyway. Give me a second. My mom never sends me stuff. She just messaged me. Oh, okay. I told her to send that to Nicholas, but okay. The lag when a narrator might be reading from disc, but not much you can do about that. Okay. And you weren't here yesterday. Yeah, we didn't get the joke of the week yesterday because Pokey wasn't here. Friday will be. Let's go! Have fun. Okay, fine. I'll leave.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Joke's on you. Don't know left and right. And I'm not going in that door. Nope. Can't make me. I'm gonna just go in here.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, fuck you! Leave me alone. Do not lie. If you're lying right now, stop. I'm not lying. The narrator is. Shit. Ah! Anyway. No. Fuck. Lying to me? What are you, a gaslighter? Ay, the game knows you're horrible at direction. I'm just a brat. I'm bad at directions. Stanley was bad at directions. How dare you? Yeah, how dare? Only I can roast myself. I need a key card. Alright, Poké, thank you for the lurk. Where am I? Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. It will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift. Penalty for jumping. Can I? Wait, can I jump off? Can I jump off? Can I jump off?
Look, Stanley, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Yay!
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Splat! I goddammit. Okay, speedrun time!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
No, I didn't do
Perhaps
that.
he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
You can't make me do what you want me to do. We're doing Brad percent? Of course. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just playing the game and I hate being told stuff, so I do the opposite. I didn't think you could do it immediately. Need to redo everything again? Yes. Thanks for playing starting in February. We will inform your loved ones. Thank you.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
You are.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
I can do what I want.
I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Who's her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Who's her?
She's been waiting.
Who's her? Dude, you can't dangle a her in front of me and not tell me who she is. That's not how it works. You gotta actually show me. Like, you know. Narrator, you won't. Atty, hold my beer. How you doing, 30? How are you? How's your day? Oh, yes, he can. No, you gotta tell me. Jump off again just to show him. Sounded like he's the enemy. It does. Let's see here. Can I go into this? Can I drive this? No? I really want to know who her is. Why is it dark in here?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can
Who's
truly
her?
place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
I don't want to pick up the phone. I don't know who her is. You could be lying to me. You could be gaslighting me.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him,
I'm not
filling
picking
him
it up.
not just with radiance, but with hope.
I'm not
Hope
picking
for a
it up.
life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone?
Mm-hmm.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible.
I'm scared.
I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
I don't want to observe shit.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example,
You can't make
in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he
Just
could
skip it?
spend years of
How?
hard work forgetting how to read.
How?
Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood...
How do I skip it? How do I skip it? I want to skip it. How do I skip it? I can't skip it.
That person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking.
You can't skip.
Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
Ah.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Exit. I don't wanna. What kind of orientation video is this? Good question. That's the neat part. You don't. I've never seen this ending. What? Let's go. I wish I could decide to not get up in the morning and stay in bed. Same. 8 choices per day is funny because we make like an average 35K? Probably. But what if no? Close the door. Can I close the door? Ha! What now, narrator? Fuck, fine.
stories are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story.
I did that
story
earlier,
would
though.
make no sense at all.
But I did that earlier,
We just need to
though.
get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Damn it. But I wanted to die! Ah, can I? Oh, come on, I can squeeze through that. I think you might have removed all my choices. Oh, God damn it, God damn it, God damn it, God damn it! Ah. Hate this guy. He won't let me choose. That is so rude.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
I'm not going in there. Not going in there, man. I'm not. No, it's investigating. Do I actually have to? Oh, God damn it.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone? Left here like so much garbage. It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down.
No, don't. Come on. It's fine. Ah! That's a bit dramatic, ain't it?
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed.
No,
it was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
That's
what, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see?
Yeah.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
Maybe this is how Stanley
knows how to do what I tell him to. He
wanted
understands
to
that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Boo-hoo.
That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it?
That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
No, I'm not!
Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole
left and right.
underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make...
You should know
behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I can do this all day, dude.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
No?
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Hey! I'm even skipping dialogue now.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would.
How long can I do this before he gives up?
And always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm gonna go to my job interview now, but if I come back in an hour and you're still here, I will not be surprised at all. Very valid. Are you trying to out-stubborn a computer program? Of course. I think we might should enter the left door. Nah, what do you mean? Good luck, assassin, good luck. Meow.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly like Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Fuck you, game. I can do this all day. I'm the new Captain America, but for Stanley games.
Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This is definitely left. Right? Are we sure we're not dealing with Rel? It's funny how Addie always says she doesn't know left and right, but when she needs to do it, she suddenly knows to go right every time. Well, now I know that this is the wrong door. So I'm just, you know, memory. Oh, this was the wrong door, go into that one. I knew exactly this stream would be like this when I said she'd play this game today. Haha. There's some places where repeating changes after a while, but I don't think this is one of them. Wait, does this actually not work? Do I have to go into the other one? Hello, Ixoid, how you doing? Hi, Batman. Mornings. How are you? Just go left. I'm going left.
No! Why did you do that?
I am.
Quickly, hurry back.
I believe this one is infinite.
Exactly as
Ah,
Stanley would.
fine.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So how are you liking the game, Addie? It's great.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Fine, I'll go the
That
actual
means
right way
choosing
now.
Responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
How you doing, Oz?
All
How's your day?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, give me that like
Hey!
Atirel dance.
Ryan, thank you for 18 months. How you doing, lovely? I think it might go infinite. You'll go right. Yeah, I'll go the right way. Psych! Fuck you! Fuck you, game! Can't make me do it.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Fine,
That
I'll
means
actually go
choosing
the right way now.
responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ooh. Okay. Wait. So, and then, huh? No? Wait. Trigger the voice line.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back.
Ah. It still does it.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I really don't want to because he's telling me to. Hi, Pigeon! I'm gonna go to bed. Just want to say hello. Hello! I hope you have a good relaxation. Just don't trust you anymore and it cuts off if you go right? I guess so. The definition of insanity. Yes. Can you turn around? No! No! Fine. Tips of not getting fired. Talk less. Do unbelievably amazing work all the time, every day, and no explanation of promotion or recognition. What? How to solve a dissolved co-worker.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Everyone is unique. You most of all. Well, I'm trying to be. Number of slides, charts and slides. Oh my gosh. What do people want? Things, more money. True. Rate of which chart has the same slide depicting the same information. Rate of increase of graphs per slide. This is great. Please no more charts, I'm begging. The boss appreciation minute. No, fuck the boss. Pfft. Okay. Solving interpersonal conflict. If you ever find yourself in a conflict with another employee, like yourself. I fight with myself? What are your dreams for the future? A boat! Plant life! Football! Lunch! Spring break! Hope! Clear skin, same. Hey, Ian! I bow down to you. How you doing? This is pollution! We can do that. I'm not the boss. Let it ball up inside you. Talk about it passive-aggressively. Resent co-workers for not supporting you more. Ooh, ouchies. I demand appreciation minute. Now we gotta appreciate Ian. I appreciate Ian because Ian is such a little sweetheart, and I love them, and they're amazing, and yeah, appreciation. That is what Atirel was. Not efficient. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Why is Chris in the closet? Is this not an LGBTQ friendly office? Because then I need to get in the closet too. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizing guy. Who moved my desk? I might have. Fire paper guy. Hire someone synergize paper. Papers are synergized. Standard graphs. The future of yesterday. Tomorrow. Complete today's unfinished agenda. And reflect. Who doesn't love the room's closet? No appreciation. Do your job, Addie. Now I appreciate Gwent. Gwent makes me laugh. Just trying to get Chris to come out so they can properly support him. They better. Oh. Nice. Yeah, for your kind words, of course. Broom closet! Chris! Can I join you? Chris! Can I join you? I'm also gay. Please? Please? Oh. I don't like the sound of that. Okay, we go in. I know, right? Quistis is the safe space we're living no matter what. It just wants to be alone, but...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walks upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, I can't be a brat. This is so sad. Holy office. What the fuck? What penthouse level office is this? I'm leaving. Fuck. Hello, secretary? Who you heard to see? He will be with you in 10 minutes. I don't fucking know. Let me be a brat! Give me my choices back!
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown.
Can I jump out the window?
He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Can I jump out the window? Can I die? Oh, I have no choices. I want to be a brat and not do what. No,
Stanley
fuck off.
spoke
Fuck
the
off.
code. Nightshark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
No. No. No, I don't want to know.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Yes.
You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story.
I
This
don't
is a
want it.
crucial step.
You pin. I don't care. I don't want to. You're being a brat.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously.
If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a
I
choice,
was
you know. You
forced
could have gone
to.
through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Sorry, Leroy. Oh, goddamn, we're back here again. What do we do now? The game just gave up. It really said, if you don't want to play the game, why are you even playing? What should I do now? Should I do the exact same, but actually do the passcode when I get to the end? Or should I just listen to him? Follow the rules for 1-1? There's a lot of ending to this game. Hello, Heather! How you doing, lovely? Should I actually listen to him for once? Should I do everything they want us to do? That goes against my nature completely. Yes. Should listen and be a brat at later intervals. Let's see what happened. I think there's like 22 endings in this game. Holy shit. Be nice to him once. Fine, I'll be nice to him once. Just this once, though. Yeah, Eondar, how you doing? The narrator is always right. Okay, let's go into complete simp mode. Narrator is correct. I am wrong. I don't need choices. Are y'all doing though? I'm doing alright. I have beef with this guy though. It's 42 in this game, I believe.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I can go downstairs. What's this?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe He thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
A little bit.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
What?
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
This is a fucking
So
horror
he closed
game.
his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on
I
his
can't
back,
see.
the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
I'm not normal.
Everything will be fine. I am okay.
I'm not okay.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Huh?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was
fuck?
comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
I can't move her.
And then she turned and ran.
Wait. Okay. Wow. That was an interesting ending. Okay, don't go in the basement, I guess. The cheerful ending. Yeah, someone said that earlier, Pokio. That's pretty cool. I demand payment for my senseless typing. I don't pay anyone. Would also like to be compensated for my time here. Is free entertainment not enough? I felt like a horror game and a fever dream. Yeah, that scared me a little bit. Okay, let's actually listen to him this time. Let's not get sidetracked.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Hey, Calamity, how you doing?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Free entertainment? I pay money for being
Stanley came
here.
to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Where's Chris? Chris! Chris! Chris!
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
It's my home now.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Fuck all? Gonna say something more, Mr. Nerd? Yeah?
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Mm-hmm.
Standing around doing nothing?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Please offer me some
I can.
explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Because I can. Why else?
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right?
Yeah.
If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
But Chris is supposed to be in here. There's no Chris in here though. Hi Nova, how you doing?
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Do you guys find it concerning? Or are we chill?
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
Hey!
He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Excuse me?
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
Okay.
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right. When you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Nope. Oh. Joke's on you. What you gonna do? Bitch. Huh? Come on. Come on. Give me something. I'm not leaving. Addie, how do you ever fill any document when you act like this? I don't. That's the thing, I don't. The bratty ending? I already gotten like a very bratty ending.
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus?
There's bunnies?
Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
But I like the closet. It's comfy. I got a buddy, though. Does that help? The narrator is definitely a fish in the controls now. We're ready to leave. Like, got your broom closet, baby. Could Stanley be Chris all along? Maybe we are Chris all along. So, narrator, you gonna say something more? Or? Good morning, Livy. How are you? Don't leave. Why isn't it working? The narrator left me. Oh. My chest is still infected. Oh no, I'm so sorry. What if we're Chris and there's someone on the other side of the door trying to see if it's us? Maybe if we stay here for one day? Maybe. What if I go? No? Oh, god damn it. A goose. We'll have an extra line, surely. Narrator's not mad, he's just disappointed. Is there actually nothing I can do right now? Do I have to continue? Because, I mean, I'll continue. I'll be back in a bit. I think that's it, yeah. Ah, fine. Ah, mwah, love you, broom closet. Okay, let's go.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Exclusive bathroom. Yo! To be rich is a crime. To commit crimes is it rich. What a life it would be to just have to pick just once. I don't have a reflection. I'm a vampire. Aw, that's so sad. It looks different! Is that Kung Fu Panda? What's that? Why is it glowing? I'm gonna go up. Ian knows. Yeah, I am old. Yeah, how long is this elevator? What? 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 That is so rude of your game, and I actually hate you. Surely. Why is it different?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Or a PIN number.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Sarah. 1986.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
69. 69.
2845.
2580. 1 1 1 1 1 2 3 4.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And
What?
Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Fuck you! Oh, God damn it, God fucking damn it, God fucking damn it, God fucking damn it. I don't. Narrator really doesn't like me. He just went, fuck this little piece of shit. Hello! Hi, Sishu. How are you doing? How was your day? What the fuck is this? I hate elevators. Did anyone know this?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job.
So I can be
Why
bratty
did he
again?
feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Ash is fine. Alright, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm doing alright. I hate them too. I've been scared I get stuck in them, feel too small. I saw this one scene, I don't remember where it was from, but it was an elevator that fell and it cracked someone's skull open, and that has terrified me for elevators. Fuck. I want for day right now.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I have two things telling me what to do. Well, now I'm going. Ah! Oh, thank you. Whew. Oh, that would have been funny.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
No, I don't.
Nope, still on board with death?
Or maybe? Nah. Nah, I don't trust the narrator.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Probably do.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yep. Geronimo! No? No splat?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Well, goodbye. I had fun. Oh.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What's this? Huh? 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 Ha-ha! Get fucked, game! I'm still alive!
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh. Office layout. Saying this place has some spoilers, not awful, but bothers some people. I think it's fine. Blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. Okay. I mean, I've already played through it like 3 times already. The corridor. Office computers. Someone's playing solitaire! Can I join? I have like, what, 19 seconds speed run? On solitaire? Pretty good at it. It's not like there's 40 endings. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get every ending. Boss's office. Where's the green one? I got like a green office one.
You'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you. Where were all of his co-workers? Oh, I don't know. How about they're throwing a surprise party for him for all his button pushing? Does that sound plausible to you? And finally, he pushed the number.
For Unity, yeah. Oh, I see, yeah. Green office is special office. I got the special office first try. Just from being bratty. What's that? Hi, Kevin. How you doing? Monitor room, elevator. Being bratty? No, that's not possible. Literally. Addie will never get all endings because it means she will listen for the narrator for some of it. Yup. Narrator emails. Are you a rock? Maybe. I don't know. You can try to throw me if you want. What's the strange number? 1112800. Okay. Asking narrator. Huh. I like how the narrator has been quiet for all of this. Yeah, the narrator is probably screaming somewhere, hating life. Oh, I hate that. Ugh. So the question. Forward to Unity for Deluxe. Going on to console. No. What if he died instead of you?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
I'm dead, bitch. Whoops. Splat. Alright. Stanley count one. No, I killed him earlier too. This is the second time he's died.
All his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Oh? Wait, he's questioning things? Interesting. I think we broke him. 100%. Oh, narrator, you don't want to talk to me? Oh, come on, we had so much fun. Talk to me. Why are you being a scaredy cat? Huh?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace? Its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper. Something
I feel like something's
darker.
sus about this one. So I'm just gonna do what I did earlier.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I can't. Hi, Manon. How you doing?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Maybe I'll get the green room again.
Me, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Again, you can't tell me there is a her and not freaking tell me who the her is.
To put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
I want to get the green room again.
That's her, Stanley.
No.
You need to be the one to do this, to reach out. Oh, no, you can't.
Yeah, I
Did
can't.
you just unplug the phone? Now, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
Magic,
You
bitch.
actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
Yeah, I've done this
Not picking up
before,
the
but
phone
when I got
is
to the
actually
green
somehow an
room,
incorrect course
I
of action.
didn't
How is
do
that
the
even
thing.
possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making
So I want to get
meaningful
to the
choices?
green
What did
room.
you- Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
I broke my nail.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous.
Hey,
For
Gremlin.
example,
How you doing?
in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Why is
welcome back.
Automod being
You may have
rude
noticed
to
that this room
Vanny?
has begun
How dare.
to deteriorate as a result of narrative
No,
contradiction.
you motherfucker,
Not to
sorry.
worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago.
Am I not real?
And see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Yeah, okay.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character.
No one here has proof I'm real.
Halfway through the story.
I got a selfie the other day. Isn't that proof?
We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Reality hurts, okay? Oh, let's get the green room. You haven't actually seen me for real, though. Soon! We're going to TwitchCon, right?
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
You're all afraid of my magic.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This hurts.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay, green room! Yeah!
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Fuck you! Why doesn't it work? What was the code?
Stanley spoke the code. Nightshark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Nightshark 115. It doesn't fucking work. These nuts 123.
I'm sorry, is there a problem?
Yeah.
You didn't mishear me, did you?
I didn't.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a
tried.
crucial step.
I tried. So I can't get through here? No matter what? That's sad.
Okay, fine. You're not gonna do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here?
I
You
tried.
had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm listening. Look, I'm being a good boy. I'm listening. Yes.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Behave exactly as Stanley would.
I
That
did
means
follow
choosing responsibly and
instructions.
always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief.
Oh, I'm locked into this ending again?
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That
fine.
means choosing
Open this door.
responsibly
Open this
and
door.
always putting
Open
the story
it.
first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Meow.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Wait, this is the same ending I got earlier, right? Because it won't let me open the door with the voice box. So he's now just gonna throw a tantrum about me breaking his game, right? Like he did earlier? Yeah, it's the same one as before. Alright, begin the game again. Okay, let's actually listen to him now.
What could it mean? Stanley
Let's see
decided
how
to go
long
to
it
the
lasts
meeting
before I
room.
stop
Perhaps
listening
he
to
had
him.
simply missed a memo.
Yep.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet
Your
there was
birthday
not
gift
a
is here,
single
Nicholas.
person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication
was
of
it?
any human life.
2.
What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk,
No.
pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings,
2,
desperate
8,
for clues to his situation.
5.
But his attention
No,
was
fuck.
caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its
2,
purpose be?
8,
In fact,
5,
this keypad
1.
guarded the terrible secret
No.
that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
2845.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known that. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Can I whisper someone who's been watching and knows the story? I want to know if Addie's gotten to a certain point without spoiling it for her if she hasn't. Not it. I've played this for like, what, 1.5 hours now?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Try going back up the elevator? Too late. Next time.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
What the fuck was that noise, Nicholas? Hello? I just heard something like fall. So how painful is it listening to this guy? Oh, very painful. Was there a weird noise IRL? Yep. Observation protocol.
Now the monitors jumped to life. Their
Holy,
true nature
fired!
revealed. Each
Who's fired?
bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh, there's another one that's fired.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yeah, it's because of you, narrator.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content.
What if I turn it on?
Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
What if I turn it
As
on?
the cold reality of his past began to sink in,
What if I turn it on?
Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert
if I
its
turn it on?
terrible power over another human life.
What if I
For
turn it on?
he
Come on.
would dismantle the
Let me.
controls once and for all.
What if I turn it on? Can I not turn it on? That's so sad. The narrator just help you escape and see as other person's controls. So technically, by defining narrator, you're doing exactly what the original person wants you to do. True. Why can't I? Offline. Offline. What's this? Disabled. Offline. Locked. Offline. Oh! No? As the ratted narrator, of course! Narrator deserves it. How you doing, Artie? Hello, bubbly boat. How you doing? See, we're winning like always? Of course. Is 40 degrees help me? Oh no. Button up there too. How do I get up there? Oh, I can't. I can't get the fourth one. It's up there. Damn it. I really want to get the fourth one though. Fine. Guess I can't. It's sad. Snowing? Let's go.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
I God damn it! I don't want to listen to it, but I should. But I don't want to. But
Fine, I'll listen. Am I dead?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
Brady!
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Let me go.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Now let's go through that all again just to click on. Complete the Stanley Parable. Hey, I beat the game. Gaslit into being happy, I know, right?
Uncomfortable, and Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
What? Huh? That's new.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
My favorite ending is the Brad ending that I got the first time, where I broke the game and he went into a full blown out rage.
There was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Oh no, not... I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
I will. Hi, Beebs. I'm being a brat. That's all he has to say now? Aww. Aww, damn it.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Also, man, in to answer you earlier, downstairs, if you go downstairs, he starts floating and seeing stars. It's very insane. And then he goes insane and dies. Because he doesn't know what's real. Okay, what was it?
The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks.
8,
Not
4,
a living
5.
soul anywhere. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
I don't need you.
Anxiety isn't healthy.
Hey,
so
shut up!
he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Okay.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Good for you, narrator. Good for you. What happens if I press up? Doesn't work. Still makes me go down. One step ahead all the time.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Let me
What
go!
horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
I didn't think
Did he
shit.
have the strength to find out?
I'm leaving. I just want to press on.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Let me go. Thank you.
No.
Take me
He
up.
refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the
Hurting
proof.
my eye.
The heart of the
Is
operation.
there a way to get up
Controls
there?
labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place.
Is
And
there
as the
a
cold
way?
reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Is there a way? Like, actually. Because I would love to get up there. Like pineapples, actually? Yes, like pineapples, actually. Pretty sure you need to hit the on button first. But it won't let me. Alright, let's go hit the on button then. There is something up there. There's a button.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Maybe.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself? Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? Mm-hmm. A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley?
Is
it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything,
anything. What's the numbers on the walls? No idea, because I don't have a zero.
Why do you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Red button.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment.
Red button?
But here's a spoiler for you.
I don't know.
That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch
not smart
you
enough
every
for
moment
this.
that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's
5.
fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Goodbye, employee. Thank you.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces.
I'm confused.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at
I'll accept defeat. I want to see this ending anyway.
From the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Are we getting to the beginning now? Nice! Okay, I'm gonna run pee because I've had like a big ass glass of coffee. Then we're gonna try again. Because I wanna see if we can stop it. Because that would be cool. I'll be right back. Hello. Dancing time. Welcome back. Hello. What did I miss? So we're gonna get Skynet. Kaboom! Kaboom! Let's go annoy the machine. We gotta figure out how to
Someone
stop
was following
it.
Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Huh? Don't put more money into a mobile game, Kevin. It's not worth it. New content.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
New content? New content. New content. Bye. Yeah, I'm leaving. New content time.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As
Welcome.
you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Ash, don't beg for gift subs. We don't do that here.
Step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Ooh.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go.
There it goes.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Content. The jump circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Well, at least I can jump now. so sad. You used all your jumps.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
Ah,
it's
you don't
just
say.
elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
Mm-hmm.
If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good. Yes, I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
All right. What you got for me? Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it?
What?
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievement, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Aw, I love this narrator. I have beef with him. Huh?
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
I don't think I trust him. But also vent though. Hey, Kara. Okay, I'm gonna go in the vent. Yeah, I'm worried too.
You remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
What? What's this? Elden Ring!
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Cute! Smile because it happened. Cute! Go outside, don't play for 5 years. Unachievable. Is it impossible to get this achievement? Why is it impossible to get that achievement? British Academy Awards. Now, when is Radon coming out to defeat me?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all.
How you doing, lovely?
It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
How's everyone doing today? I'm doing alright. I'm being a brat. Ah, damn it. Oh, Huggus. Huggus, Huggus, Huggus. Person of the year. Nice. I guess. I'm so confused and lost about what's actually going on.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I mean, it's kind of true for some games, isn't it? Just woke up and honestly might go back to sleep because why not? Relatable. Why can't I get over here?
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Hello, bro. How are you?
No. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
No. Not recommended.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
You just see it appear in game. That would be so funny. Tired but good. That's good. What's this? That's a thumbs up at least. Oh.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
No, you're not a
Perhaps the Stanley
failure.
parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
No, you're not a failure. It's fine.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Where? Oh, I wanna click the skip button.
And here it is. Go ahead. Oh, you're back, you see? You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling
Let me click it
full... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45... Stanley! Stanley! Huh? Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sick. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome.
Thank you.
I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one...
Narrator? Buddy? I think he might have died. Oopsie. Oh. Yeah, I think he might be dead. The door is also gone. I'm kind of just screwed. Oh. Ah! That's a horrible noise!
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down.
Are you done? Oh, that's funny. The BP resurrected him? I guess so.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is
never the end, and never the end, is 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 never the end. Okay, fuck off. I think it's leaking a little bit. Just a little bit. Right here. Yeah, it's leaking. The end is never the end, is never the end. Holy, yeah, we should have fixed that. Not good. Ooh, sunlight. Pretty! Look at that! Vegetation. This is what happens when you put skip button in games. I wish most games had a skip button though. Aw, now it's ugly again! What the fuck? What the heck? Ooh. Yeah, we're in Dune now. See, let's just continue to go this way. I'm just gonna hold a W and just hope for the best. Like, what else is there to do? Oh.
All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Back here. New content. Oh!
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Okay. Where's the new content? Wait, what about over there? Is there more jumping? That's a good question.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
Okay.
The original Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
Okay.
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Whoa! Holy shit!
Yes,
I
you
they
see,
do
isn't
it.
this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Taste the sequel.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
The color red. I like the couches. It's an upgrade. And the laptop.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
I get nostrils. Sequels are good. Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Batman Arkham Asylum 2, City, Divine Original Sin 2, Doom 2, Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar, Dark Souls 2. Okay, anyway. Didn't people not like Dark Souls 2? Yeah? I can vouch for Divinity. I can agree with 2 or 3 on that list. Half-Life 2 and Portal 2 can't confirm. That game is a fucking banger. Let's go, Gwen. New content, boss.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Have your name in the game?
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
I like a big button.
Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
Hi, I'm Jim.
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim.
I'm
seizing
Jim.
all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
Probably
If
not.
so, then please step forward and press the button. Jim. Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again. Jim. Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Alright, thank you for the gifts up to Jim. That's amazing. Now we just need gifts up to Stanley. A narrator. Then we are golden. Then we have them all.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Okay, thank you for the gifts up to the narrator. Reassurance bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair
Where's the
in those
bucket?
who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game.
But where is it?
It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and
But there's no
ease will
bucket.
fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
Oh, there it
As
is.
long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley
Gimme.
Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting.
Gimme.
You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Dahlia, thank you for the gift sub to Stanley. Nice. Now the whole gang is together. Woo! Alright, let me get the bucket.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
What?
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Why is there a secret door here? We got Riz. I'm bringing the bucket. Bucket is mine now.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Natalia, thank you for the gift sub to Reassurance Bucket. Let's go. Everyone is hotter with a bucket. I don't make the rules. God damn it. Time to buy a bucket. Why am I stuck in this room? Has Chris gotten this up yet? No, I don't think so. Oh, I gotta pick. Get Well Someday is kind of funnier.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is. Well, actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
You! False sense of choice. The jump circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
RIP. New merch? Interesting. Alright, chat, have your bucket. Bucket! This t-shirt is the best new feature. Oh, okay. Good to know. Scan the QR code on the merch stand? No thank you. You can rather just tell me what happens. I don't wanna start doing that. Jump circle, this map free achievement. Below collectibles, infinite hole exit. You are here. There's a video? Yeah, that's exactly why I don't want to. What's this?
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Woo!
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Do I actually have to find 6 of them?
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
This is such a scam. Such a scam. Scammy scam. So many scams. Thank you for that train.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
I don't know the exit. Because I wasn't here. I think it's just the exit, because I don't know if I can find all the dolls. Doesn't surprise me that it's a little trolley. Doesn't surprise me either. Settings World Champion? Can't go in there. That's new. Epilogue.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Interesting. Now, exit. At least have my bucket.
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
No infinity hole? I didn't see the infinity hole. Oh, it's right there. Hello, Ruru. How are you? How was work?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium. You see? Isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, it's great.
One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so.
It's amazing.
Now, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
What if I just...
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Why? It's infinity hole. I won't die. Right?
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
I saw the bottom, I think. Jump back in? Ah, sure. Why not? Why is it closed off now? How is everyone doing, alright?
Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole.
It's not infinite.
It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about...
Oh!
Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem.
It's a lot of cigarette butt. Hey, shut up!
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
I didn't say shit!
Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Not doing it, sir. Just not. Just not gonna do it. What you gonna do about it? Oh, rip. Going to rip. We're just staying in the hole, aren't we? Just like with the closet, yep. But what if you do it again? Ooh, what's a good one?
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you.
What?
The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positive. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here?
Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Now he wants me to go back in the hole, so now I don't want to. Make the jokes at him. No! Can't make me!
Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Press G.
Is the, teleport button not working?
No.
You sure?
Yep.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
You're an asshole, you know that? At least I have my bucket. The bucket will be my friend, huh? I like the music. Uh-oh! Well... Rip me, I guess. This is great. At least I have my bucket. Just saying. I have my bucket. Yes! Ah! Puppies! This is great. Change yourself? I want to be an error.
Stanley!
Huh?
Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland.
Well, I'm Jane of puppies.
That, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them.
Well...
Stay alert, Stanley.
I'll be back. Toodle pip.
The fuck does Toodle Pip mean? Beebs! British! Help me!
Potter, thank you so much for the gift of the Gwent. Gwent, enjoy your emotes again.
What happened?
Toodle Pip, bye bye. It's bye bye.
Ah. Oh, I'm back here!
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
I already have. I guess I'm leaving now, huh? Marhagoose! Toodle Pip! Exit time! I've gone through everything. It's exit time. We're leaving. Goodbye!
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Hi, Ian. How you doing?
Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags.
Yeah.
And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
I'm not about to kink shame.
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course.
Okay.
With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work?
Sure.
I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Okay. What?
This is the story of a man.
Ha!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Underdog, how you doing? Bucket!
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Best game!
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No, I can't jump. Oh wait, can I? No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yep, it's the bucket's fault.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room?
It was.
Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
This is it, Bucket.
Truly, being
Shut
here with
up!
the Bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right. Then walking to the lounge. Then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the Bucket had inspired.
Bucket, this is it. We can be brats together.
Perhaps this
Shut
was
up!
where the Bucket felt most truly at home. Here in the employee lounge. Perhaps it's the only place a Bucket can even feel at home. But finally, the Bucket was done being in the lounge, and they took the first open door on their left to get back to business.
No,
Said the Bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift. Good,
Said the Bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this Bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because Buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact.
Buckets
He
can
was
talk.
firmly convinced that the Bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the Bucket asked.
Says who? Yeah, exactly. Says who? Bucket can talk.
In here.
Said the Bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Now pick up the...
Whoa! Hold on. Why did you unplug the phone? Were you trying to resist the Bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the Bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket. Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
Together?
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work? How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body. These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing. To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time. With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm dunny with the funny."
I'm dunny with the funny!
Let's practice screaming, "I'm dunny with the funny" now.
I'm dunny with the funny! Sorry, that was shorter than 13.5 seconds.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys.
Yeah, what did you
Collecting
think?
hard data from your audience on how rapt they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times.
What
Just
did you
to
think?
ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence, and who very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause, just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Help! Hi, Alex!
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well,
A
no
little bit.
matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come along, let's head back.
Aw, you put the safety nets in again.
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd. What a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call... Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure. The bucket spoke to Stanley. The bucket spoke. The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to overthink things.
Okay. I don't think the narrator is okay. Can someone check on him? Why did... Huh? The numbers disappeared on that one. ART, what kind of bees make milk? Boobies. ART, I'm Dunny with the funny. Oh, that was so great. It's the fakest laugh I've ever done in my life.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Oh, fuck. Why is it black in there? I don't want to go in there now. Can I turn around? Fuck.
What? We're back at the phone already? No. What's going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this. There was supposed to be a build-up to this point. A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Or not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the two doors room. What an egregious mistake. I made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing. I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again. Yes, surely that will help me improve my... Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left.
The temptation to not go to the door on the left. Do it. Am I allowed to be bratty? I'm the king of comedy. Hell yeah, you are. I mean, you gotta.
What? We're back at the phone already? No. Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left. What? We're back at the phone already? No.
Yeah, it looks like it's looping again. Fine.
When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of two open doors, they entered the door on the left. No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley.
I'm going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on, all because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a... Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley?
Yeah.
Are you proud?
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over how unabashedly in love with a bucket you are.
I know I'm pale, but calm down.
Is it the delivery? Pale with shame. Pale with shame? Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal, I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away from making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this. I'm no good at these jokes. I need more instructional videos. That's exactly what it is. That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional
Sorry, Leroy.
videos. Let's see.
Jesus. Was Leroy? No idea. So, what do you all think so far? Do you like it? Is it funny? Leroy Jenkins obviously very funny. Do you want to see one more wacky ending? I can guide you to the one I like. Is it hard to get? It's been an experience. Yes. But it's a bit long. How long? It's chaotic and confusing at the same time. Get all the endings. I have not nearly gotten all the endings. If there's 40 endings, we are, you know, very far behind. Probably a little bit longer than following the instructions. I mean, sure. What do I have to do? 7 out of 40 maybe? Something. We can get all the endings next stream, it's fine. No, we have Peach and Rise of Ronin on Friday. Or one of them. So, yeah. Rise of Peach. Peach of Ronin. Take the door, then jump off the cargo lift onto the walkway when you go over it. Alright.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room. Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms.
Yeah, we're gonna do a poll.
Comfort rushed over him.
42 total endings in this game.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the... This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good,
said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Now, where am I?
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point."
Aww.
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it.
This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Okay. I just want to bring the bucket.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket.
I'm gonna say no to everything that is a bucket and yes to everything that's not a bucket.
Item 1. Is this a bucket? Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
What?
Item 2. Is this a bucket? Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
What?
Item 3. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. This is a bucket.
Hey, Becky. This is a bucket.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor. It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one. Is this a bucket? Correct.
Huh?
This is a bucket.
What?
Item 6. Is this a bucket? Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
What?
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next... Let me see. It should be around here somewhere. Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true.
Everything's a bucket.
Unless... Is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Yes.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with.
You're a bucket.
I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry.
Huh?
But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No.
Okay, here we go. What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket.
Get fucked.
Oh God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either.
Yeah, no, it's a sad reality.
News. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue. But it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay?
Yay!
And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that.
Why not?
Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Think this is a Skyrim joke? Maybe. Alright, let's not bring the bucket this time.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Bucket Sim go
When
crazy.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Alright, let's do this.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Nah.
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Nah. Nah.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Thank you. I don't want to go through the red one.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Ow. Ooh.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Okay.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Ooh, yeah.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me
Puppies.
take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Alright.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Do I go in here? I want to go in here. Can I go in here? Can I go in here? It's a bit long as an understatement? Really?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
What do I click on? The temptation is to say like 1 or 5. More surveys? Any.
Oh, of course. A 3. Really. Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion? You know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Interesting.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours.
What?
So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Nope.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done.
Oh.
It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain?
Okay.
Let's see. What do we have here?
Bubble shooter?
Yes.
Fortnite?
This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's
No idea.
our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley, and it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Okay. Well. Minecraft or sound effect, let's go. Firewatch, let's go. Hey.
Oh no. No, it can't be. It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Hey.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
Through this?
Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
So you finally awake.
Rocket League?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
I've gotten lost in my own house. What do you mean?
Okay, so what exactly do we do here?
I need a
Let's
ball.
see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
That's a big ball, man. Yeah, the narrator doesn't know. Meow. Meow. Wait.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
Yeah.
Stanley, I have a thought, and I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure,
then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls!
You know there's a thing is too much, right? Oh, I can't get up there. Well.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having
No,
fun?
not
Is this a
really.
real video game?
Yeah, it is.
Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's right. Your little fun comes to an end.
That's rude.
This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stan. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who... Hold on. What are you doing?
Oh, interesting.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Oh. Ooh. Someone tell you what to do? True. What's this? This is interesting. Where in the fuck am I? It's light. Oh look! Back in my office. That looks cooler now. What do I do? What do I do? Ah!
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll
That's
understand
fun.
soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me.
I need
Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion.
Nah.
That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world.
I'm good.
Yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Damn it! What happens if I bring the bucket and follow his instructions the entire way? Do I get new endings then? Does the bucket make new shit happen?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd... Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you?
The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
It's my bucket! Fucked! Okay, I'm done.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There. Now it's settled. No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
Welcome back, Livy, by the way. Yeah, it's my bucket now. It has my name on it. I'm Stanley now,
I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see?
Bucket.
I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker. You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment, and to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies, easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Aw, okay, it's actually fine. Fine.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Doris, I love that! We have been attempting to contact you about your bucket's extended warranty. Hi. I want to extend my warranty on my bucket, please.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
You put it in the bucket? That wasn't there before, was it? No, it wasn't.
How you doing? Do it, Potter, do it. This is what adult money gives you. Random buckets with stickers on them. What was the code again? Oops. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. No. Addie, what did you do? I don't know. I guess we're going to the basement. Man, and you were wondering what happens in the basement, right? Oh, I can't even go in here! Wait, did I completely break it? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I broke the game. Oops.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With
Good
the
job,
bucket
Eddie.
in his arms again, he was home.
Atty did the impossible.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Was the Atty ending breaking the game? There will be a reward to finding them all. What? Can we find them all? Oh my god. That was an actual ending? I don't think so, because everyone else is saying it wasn't.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
I know stickers. Fine.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Well, I could probably do it again.
Stepping in.
Yep. Easy. Trust the completionist instinct. Well. Was that blood? It looked like it. Not gonna lie. Kinda looked like blood. Hey, off. You are now leaving. Okay. Escape the pod bay. I'm just walking in circles now. Getting darker. Oh! Where did my bucket go? Oh, it's still here. Okay, good. We need the bucket. What? What the fuck? I'm not about to kink shame, but seems a bit odd. My bucket. This is so sad. My bucket.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
I want to escape with the bucket too. I'm leaving this world.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I can't live without my bucket. Ah! Excuse me, narrator. What the fuck? Let me open the broom closet this fucking second. Don't you? You piece of shit, narrator.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay.
Okay, I think we all...
That was a weird noise. I can't live without my bucket. Fucking broom closet, man. You can get the stickers. Ah, that's funny. I cannot live without my bucket. Bucket. I need my emotional support bucket. He's gone but not forgotten. Bucket. Please let me reunite with Bucket. Please. I'm begging. Is the bucket back?
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much.
And try not to lose this one too, you dolt.
I got my bucket back. Alright, let's now actually get the ending and not, you know, glitch
Stanley
out.
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I got my bucket back, baby!
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet.
Fine.
Simply because I have no remaining stickers.
Fine.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
What was the code again? 2845?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Yes,
was
the bucket knew.
Guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Ooh.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that.
I don't like any of them.
Stanlerine under your belt.
I don't like that one bit.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
Bucket!
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Good morning, Raymond.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Sleep well, Livy.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's...
I'm being filmed on the job? What?
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Bucket.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible
If I can be
power
happy
over another
with my
human
bucket,
life.
I'm
For
gonna
he
listen.
and the bucket would...
Let me be happy with my bucket.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end.
What?
True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support.
Huh?
What? Wait.
Oh.
What was happening?
Freedom.
Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty.
until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No, no, no. Stanley can't leave this place, not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms, not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room, but at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
What? How are we gonna be able to sneeze in every country now? Huh?
The fuck is this?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
The fuck is this?
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Ah. I want for the key.
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually. You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere. The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet, because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it. Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well. Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
I'm not giving up the bucket. I'll give up my own life before I give up the bucket. Saying.
Don't you get it, Stanley?
Nope.
We need to get rid of the bucket. That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
No!
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree? Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Can I get out of here? Does it make ice cream? I hope so.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the bucket destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley. Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
You're not getting my bucket, dude. What is this?
The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Well. Burn in hell, Bucket Destroyer. Alright. I'm getting a bit headachy. But we played this game for like 4 hours. And talking for 1. I've almost been live for 5. So I think this is like a good point to stop. I think we've gotten the most of the bucket endings that there is. And that is what I care about. I like the bucket ones. So, yeah, this was an adventure. I had fun! Did you guys have fun?